Welcome to Unit 2.3. In this unit, we're going to learn about the AND and the OR function in Excel and how you combine it with the IF function. Let's start with the AND function. Let's have a look at this example in front of us. We have a salesperson and an amount, and I want to know whether he's going to get a bonus or not. So if he is equal to Mark and his amount is 100,000, then he gets a bonus, otherwise he doesn't. Now, in this particular instance, both conditions need to be met, and that means we will be using the AND function. AND means that all the conditions you give it, and you can give it many, all have to be met in order to be true. You also have an OR function, which we'll get to just now, where if either of the conditions are met, then the value is true. So let's start with this one. Let's type in equals and click, and up to our insert function, and here it provides a space for all my logical conditions or tests, and you can see you can provide many here. In our case, A9 must be equal to Mark, and as you can see it's already true. My other condition is the amount greater than 100,000? And as you can see, that's false because it's under 100,000. Let's click on OK. Let's change this to 120,000. And you can see it changes to true because now both conditions are being met. So the value, the true and false statement is not all that useful. I now need to combine it with an if to say, well, what must it do? What is his bonus amount if it is met? And what must happen if it's not met? So in order to do this, we go up and click in the formula bar next to the equals, and I'm going to type if, click, and then the general rule is you go to the end and comma, and as you comma, you can see your value of true, value of false starts coming up. That's the end of the if statement. Let's click on the insert function. Value of true, so if it is met, what must happen? He gets a 10% bonus. And if false, he doesn't get anything. And it just tells me there that he gets his 10% bonus. In another column, I then work out the bonus amount. Alternatively, I could have said that cell times 10% to get the bonus amount. If one of these conditions are not met, you can see that his bonus returns to 0. Let's try this one. In this particular example, course 1 needs to be equal to yes, and course 2 needs to be equal to yes. Notice I'm saying the word and because they both need to be met. If that is the case, if they're both yes, it must say complete, otherwise incomplete. So let's start with and. Insert function. My first logic is that cell must be equal to yes. My second logic would be that B2 is equal to yes as well. And OK. Okay, this is false because they're not both equal to yes. Right, let's go and combine this with the if statement. So again, click next to the equal sign. Go to the end, put the comma in, and into insert function. Value of true, what must it do if both are yes? It should say complete. Otherwise, incomplete. Notice how it's putting the quotations in automatically for me because it's text. As you can see, only one of them is complete. Let's put a yes there, and that is now complete. You need to be very, very careful in Excel about spaces. If I put a space after that yes, it would then be incomplete. Even though to your eye it looks the same, Excel sees a space as a character. So this is now a completely different word. If I remove the space, you can see it goes back to complete. So the general rule with your formulas is after the first equal sign, you insert your new formula. So I do my and first and then click up in the formula bar insert my new formula and open the bracket, and then go to the end of the formula, put a comma, and open insert function for the balance of that formula. And that's how you combine an if and an and. Now, there's also an or function, and or means if either is met, then the value of true. So let's delete this bonus and start with this one. Equals or. Go to insert function. It looks very similar to and. It's also got all the logical tests here. So my first test is the salesman equal to Mark? And my second logic is or he must make more than 100,000. This is true unlike the and, because the salesman is equal to Mark. Let's change it back to a different name. Neither criteria being met, therefore it's false. Now we need to combine this with the if statement as we did previously. So again, we go up into the formula bar, put your if in, comma at the end of the or, insert function, value of true. I'm just going to say he's going to have the amount times 10%, which will give you the bonus amount, and if false, 0. Okay, and he does get a bonus here because he is equal to Mark. If I make that Peter, you will see he doesn't get any bonus at all. Let's try this one. Equals or. Into insert function. That cell must be equal to yes. And my logic 2, that cell must be equal to yes. And OK. And then let's combine if with it. After the equal sign, we put our function in, comma at the end. And if any one of them are yes, it would be complete. Otherwise, incomplete. Here you'll see I typed it in the formula bar, which you'll do eventually once you're more familiar with it. But in the beginning, it's better to click on insert function and complete it there. Only this one is incomplete because there are no yeses there. So that is your and your or and combining it with if.